Good morning, hockey fans. This is Stephen Heisler with HeisHockey.com, the Victorious Hockey Company, and the Crazy Junior Hockey Discussion Group on Facebook. Now with 9,000 people in a private group. You are watching the Junior Hockey Morning Show. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, WSBN.TV, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Hopefully you're enjoying the show from your car. Maybe you're at your office if you're a coach. Maybe you're at your office if you're a banker. I don't know. Today is Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. We're inching closer to the beginning of the regular season. We think we're going to get through a full season this year. Might have some surprise pandemics popping up again. That's the news I heard today on the radio. That would not be fun. Don't want to relive 2019-20 season over again. That was a bit of a disaster. All right. Today's topic, if I were king, I'm not the king, but if I were king, what would I do with hockey? If I were king, you would separate the AAA hockey from the control freaks that mismanage the youth levels of play. I can't be the only one that almost laughs at the current system of AAA hockey here in the United States. It is laughable. It is comical. And really, we did it to ourselves. We allowed rink operators to take proxy votes of people skating in the rink. Members don't actually vote on anything. As a player parent, you don't have any control. You're paying the bills, but the rink owner or somebody is proxy taking on your votes and making decisions. It's become kind of like politics in the United States. Yes, the primary feeder system for the USHL and free-to-play hockey here in the States is a dysfunctional youth program that's worse than what we see in Washington, D.C. If you take a step back and look at what's happened to the level of play, it's as if someone from a rival country has tinkered with our system to make sure our most talented athletes are playing anything else but hockey. We now limit access to AAA, our most important level of development, to the few families that can afford to shell out six figures or more for an opportunity or a chance to maybe save five figures for college. It's absolutely ridiculous. When did our country's hockey program get so stupid? God, I shouldn't say that. All right, dumb. I will say dumb. How do we let the people with all the money control the game so ridiculously? How do we let normal people that make less than $100,000 a year and we price them out of contention to play even AAA hockey? You can't afford to spend $50,000 to maybe watch your kid play half the games, if you're lucky, and make $100,000 a year. That doesn't work anymore. Maybe you could play AA, and that's not really what we should be about. Are we the only sport that forces a minimum credit score in order to play AAA? It's ridiculous. So one thing I would do, job one, is to dump the 18s from AAA level altogether. You have to be 18, or this year at 2005. Now, we don't, this is not going to happen tomorrow. So in my theory, 2005 should be playing free-to-play junior hockey or AA. 18s is not a spot I would go in. It was a dumb idea that's proven to be more ridiculous every season. Let's be realistic. All the good players are already playing free-to-play junior hockey anyway. 18s that need another year should play AA. The next major change would be to eliminate the insanity of teams having to jump on an airplane every other weekend. The costs are outrageously out of control. Just for a chance to play teams that Sometimes they're from your own backyard. You go halfway across the country. I watched this last year. I had to see two teams play from the same town in a place 2,000 miles away. What the hell is the point of that? And then you play a Friday game. You play an early game on Saturday. You play a late game on Saturday. Another game on Sunday. As a scout, or if I'm assessing talent, that second game on Saturday is unwatchable. Sunday, forget it. I might watch the first game on Friday or the game on Friday and that game on Saturday morning. But the late night games on Saturday or Sunday are just about unwatchable. It's not about the hockey. It's about endurance at that point. The new AAA Council, that's what I would call it, would divide levels into 5 single birth years. That's it. 2006s to 2010s if we had it going on this year. One team, one level. Teams, not clubs, could form anywhere within one of the 8 geographically formed districts. Teams will be allowed to participate in a single preseason tournament within their home district. The district scheduler must attempt to create a balanced game schedule that always takes academic impacts into consideration. Each team will play 50 games, a minimum, within the district between September 1st and April 1st. It's a lot of time between those 2 months. It's like 7 months. Plenty of time to get all the hockey in. The only allowable game days are Fridays, Saturdays, and federal holidays, or federal holiday weekends. Teams must dress 17 players and protect a maximum of 20. Up to 5 kids can be on the injury reserve list for 30 days. Players are automatically declared free agents if dropped from the protected list and on June 1st of every year. Easy enough. Teams should have a minimum of 3 on-ice practice sessions a week. Here's why. There are teams out there that fly kids in just for the games. The whole point of AAA is development, right? Is development only occurring on weekends? You can't practice anymore to be a good hockey player? Ridiculous. That doesn't work. Kids have to practice. And these teams should have 3 practices a week. And if you miss a practice, you can't play it that weekend or the next games. Makes sense? Coaches cannot follow teams up the age group ladder. Enough of that. You're a good coach, you should be able to develop a new set of kids every year. This system would guarantee it. At the end of the season, every team that desires to enter the single elimination district and national tournament may do so. Yeah, that's a good start. I'm sure others will come out with 100,000 more other rules. But and initially in something crazy like this, you let everybody in that wants to be in, and the market will correct itself. The guys that really can't do it won't. The guys that really can will. Like college sports, the players will flow to coaches that have a proven record, that have proven their ability to develop prospects. That success will be measured not by championships won by one group of players, but by the success of each player as they move up the ladder. Believe it or not, this topic is something I've been thinking about off and on for the last 20 years. And even more so lately, as the state associations and local affiliates have created monopolies, flowing and forcing programs into all the players of the one program, the favorite program. Texas is for a good example. You play for the Dallas Stars or you don't play for anybody because they operate all the rinks. And if you're in Houston, you're kind of SOL. If you're in San Antonio, you're SOL. Doesn't make any sense. Everybody should be able to play, and the best players will figure out a way to get to the best teams. That's all there is to it. Let this thing open up. Let's get back to practicing. Let's get back to development. Let's get back to giving these kids a really honest-to-God, realistic opportunity to climb the ladder of success. That's it for today, folks. Enjoy your